Oh, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm late to read your comments. Rich is first. Happy life, peace and joy. Zach, good to see you. OMG, Charles. Charles, I've been waiting for you to come back because the last time you were here. Also, thank you for the gift. But Charles, the last time you were on my live streams, you had said, next time I'm on your live streams, we need to talk about Legos. So you should, I have it in my notes, but you should like ask your question or start your topic of conversation about Legos. I'm very curious. Okay, let me get this punched in here. All right, so trivia question, guess the last US state I visited. That is gonna be the trivia. Come on. Okay. Trivia time! There it is. Don't pick the first option, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Actually vote. Let's see, I'm just gonna move it over there. Okay. Now let's get set up here. Okay, Charles gave the gift. Happy life says hi to Ernest. Ernest, hello, peace and joy. Peace and joy got booted out of first place. Hello, Eric Fitzpatrick. Charles says, do you have a favorite Lego theme? No, I just played with all the Legos that I ever got when I was a kid. So, no, I don't have a favorite theme. It was Mexico. Oh my God, that would have been so funny. Wait. Oh my God, Zach, I could have put like Greenland and Canada, like just trolling on current events for my poll question. Oh man, that would have been so funny. I could have just given you guys the answer in my poll. I could have said the 4 options were Narnia, correct answer, I'm not gonna say which, Mexico, or Greenland. Oh my gosh. Peace and Joy is guessing Wisconsin. Charles says, love your red apron. Thank you. I've had this for a while. I think I ordered this apron in 2024. Wait. I mean, you guys you could probably figure this out. I remember ordering this apron specifically for a recipe I was making that featured red. It was either maybe like a Chinese New Year recipe, because they love red, of course, for New Year. Or no, it wasn't Valentine's Day, but I got this for a specific reason. Maybe it was Valentine's Day 2024? That might be it, actually. Okay, Esan, yes. Big Haas is here. Trippy Fish is here, hello. Ernest says, technically countries are states, but Ernest, read the poll question. It says U.S. state. Gotta read carefully. Thank you, Ernest. I knew someone was gonna come in with that BS and say, well, technically countries are states. Not saying you're saying that, but the reason why I wrote the trivia question as I did, guess which U.S. state I last visited is, I'm not having any of that. It's a U.S. state. Ghee butter. Okay, Ernest gave a flower. Gotta get my dono tracker up and running here. Not that. Oh, come on. Gotta love it when technology lets you down when you need it most. Come on. Zach, it's whatever Hannah says. Ghee butter snaps. I need to watch the Chelsea replay. I did not see how we did against, was it Villa today? I feel like we just played them though. All right, I got, in case you, well, some of you can probably hear it, but I've got some tofu cooking on my stovetop behind me. But let me get this going. Ernest and Charles, aka YouTube Stabworthy, both of you sent gifts. Oh my gosh, and Roger Hess. Thank you. Those are so fun. Thank you, Roger Hess, for going cray with the floating hearts. I appreciate that. I've got you on my dono list as well. All right, so trivia question is in. I feel like there's just all these housekeeping steps I have to take care of right at the beginning of these streams. Ooh, you guys, okay. I have an announcement. I'm gonna keep saying this throughout tonight's live stream just to kind of float it with you guys and see what you say. But I'm thinking of doing my next 24-hour live stream this month. So my tentative plan, you guys tell me what you think and just throw out ideas. But I'm thinking about doing a 24-hour live stream with the theme of Spring Fling. It would be probably the last weekend of March. And so I would want to do kind of like, you know, celebrating the beginning of spring. Also like Easter's beginning of April, but I think it'd be fun to do like an Easter egg hunt and like hide things, you know, around my home for you guys to like find. But I'm thinking about doing that as my next 24-hour live stream. Would love to hear your thoughts. I will keep floating this today, like on today's stream, and then also like, you know, throughout these coming weeks. Okay, Peace and Joy says, Hannah puts the smack down. I'm going to tread lightly. Thank you, Ghee Butter Snap. I appreciate you not telling me the score. Joe Wolf is here. Raiders, good to see you, Raiders. Zach says, let's go. Esan says, I overdid it with the oily food today. Uh-oh. Zach says, I'll be up 24 hours with you. Nice. So for those of you who don't know, I've done a couple of 24-hour live streams and they've been really fun. And people have been asking me, when am I going to do my next 24-hour live stream? And I had been thinking in terms of timing. I was like, I don't want to do January. I don't want to do February. I want to give myself a break from the last one I did for Christmas just a few months ago. But I'm feeling like spring would be a fun theme for a spring fling, spring kickoff. There's like lots of activities I can think of doing for a spring themed 24-hour live stream. Okay, Ghee Butter Snap says, cool idea. Mike Ferguson, great to see you again. Ernest says, did you stream in this state? I'm not gonna say, because I feel like you're digging for hints. What else do I have to tell you guys? That is done. Oh, I was gonna update the thumb for this. Ernest says, did you, oh no, I think I read that one already. Oh, it was your emoji. Raider says definitely Narnia. No, it's not definitely Narnia. Come on. Come on, I try to make it, look at that, 22% of people guessed Narnia. You just can't avoid, you will always get people voting the first option no matter how goofy and ridiculous and impossible it is. Oh well. Just goes to prove my point. All right, what was I gonna do? Update the thumb for this live stream, because that's another way to level up your YouTube game, I've heard. Electric is here, says, I've been to Narnia, nice. Ernest says, dang, you caught me. I knew what you were doing. All right. Come on, come on, come on. All right, so I've got my tofu over there. I'll bring it over here and stir it around a little bit for you guys to see. Continue. This freeze on me? Hopefully not. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is a really heavy batch of tofu. I went to the store today and got eight containers of tofu because I go through my meal prepped tofu scramble so fast. And I typically will use 6 containers, but I was like, you know, if I just throw in a couple more when I do it, it'll last me probably a couple more days. So it's big. Like, it takes 2 hands to lift this. Oh. I'm also gonna make my quinoa that I usually make. Ernest's last one I remember was traveling for a wedding. So Raiders, tofu does not really have a flavor. It tastes like whatever seasonings you put onto it. Ernest, I posted my 3rd music video. Ooh, what? Is it on Moon and Back or is it on one of your other channels? Okay, I don't see anything on To the Moon and Back. I'm guessing, is it under Ernest? Ernest Grass? Ooh, is it Ash in My Hands? Very cool. All right. On your main channel, got it. Congrats, Ernest, that's really cool. Esson says, is this going to have any side effects? Are you talking about the tofu? What are you talking about with the side effects? Ghee butter snaps, are you about to cook some dinner? Yes, I am. Moon and Back, Ernest says, yes. Okay, quinoa time to go with my lovely tofu scramble. Let's get started on that. Hello, Shaika, how are you? Before I do the quinoa though, I want to update this thumb. I'm trying to get consistent with that. It would be like uploading a video on YouTube and not having a thumbnail for it. So I'm trying to be more polished with my live streams. Okay. Copy those. Jamie Hubler, good to see you. You're guessing Wisconsin. 2nd favorite state. I love it so much. Such a wonderful state. 2nd only to Minnesota. Come on. All right, thumb, here we go. Jamie, Iowa #1. Hey, I like Iowa too. I love the whole Midwest. I love it here so much. I wouldn't want to live in any other region of the United States. Not New England, not the South, not the Pacific Northwest, not Cali. No. No, thank you. Cooking thumb. Oh, no. Sorry. Ernest again, Minnesota #1. I mean, that's the thing. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. So if you disagree with me, that is your right to do so. But no one will ever convince me that there's a better state than Minnesota. Okay, thumb, let's get this rolling here. All right, Jamie says same. Raider says definitely the South. Erica Maxwell, Ernest says facts. All right, update this live stream thumb. Sorry, I hate having to do like housekeeping stuff while I'm on here, but I'm just trying to do it quickly and then get along to what I'm actually trying to do. All right, I see Kinless Doe. Chega says the question is difficult. I guessed Colorado. Okay, I mean, at least you didn't guess Narnia, like 20% of voters. So disappointing. Can anybody hear what's on my TV in the background? One of my all-time heroes. Oh, Andrew, OMG, hello. I wanted to ask you how it was at the Emirates Stadium this past weekend. Disappointing result, but I'm trying to think, did you give me an update on that already? My days are blurring together this week. It's been a very odd week. I can't decide if it's felt long or short. Crazy Sick Wine, it's been a while. Yes, it has been a while, but your username is very memorable to me, so it's good to see you back here. I'm doing well. How are you doing? I feel like, hold on, I have notes here. Did I have one for you? Oh, Poison Dart Frog. Did you change your handle? Hold on. I have a note in my, I just have a memo that I keep on my laptop, and I have you down as Poison Dart Frog. But did you change it back? Or maybe that was someone else. I don't know. All right. Andrew just returned to London after going to watch Chelsea and Birmingham. Great win for the Blues. Okay. I didn't get to see it today, but I will watch the replay. Happy to hear the good news. Ernest says, yep. Andrew, hope you're having a great week. Yeah, it's been a good week. It's been medium pace, I guess. I don't feel like it's gone really fast. I don't know. It's weird. But it's been a good week, nonetheless. Arthur Lugiano, Keaton Snavely, hello, doing good. Ernest says, it's the shortest long week of the year. Cosburn says, feels like a Thursday to me for some reason. I can't decide what day it feels like in particular. I don't know. I feel like it could be any weekday, really. Not the weekend, but it could be any day, Monday through Friday. Sweet. All right. Sorry. Housekeeping. Almost done. Almost done. I hate doing this and knowing I'm missing your comments. So one sec here. I'm gonna keep saying it. I'm gonna keep repeating it because I want to put this out into the ether. I have been thinking about when I want to do my next 24-hour live stream, and I'm tentatively thinking of doing my next 24-hour live stream at the end of this month, the last weekend of March, and the theme would be spring fling, spring kickoff, / like Easter, because Easter will be the next weekend, I believe. But I want to put that on your radar, that I'm thinking of doing my next, I haven't 100% confirmed it, but I'm strongly considering, like I'm just short of confirming. I really am thinking end of March would be a fun time to do another 24-hour live stream. Because I like, some of you, like plenty of you have been to my past ones, and it's not something I would do every month because it is tiring and requires a bit of planning. I typically will take a work vacation day just to recover from it instead of like trying to force myself to go right back to my 9 to 5. So yeah, it requires planning and proper rest and whatever. But yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Thank you, East Bay Chef. Good to see you. Okay, sorry. Let's get back to business here. Read your comments. Cosborn, Crazy Sick Wine, I'm doing marvelous. Yes, I was previously. Yeah, I'm back to Crazy Sick Wine, my original name. Gotcha. Ernest says, oh, I forgot to say I wrote the songs in the music videos. Very cool, Ernest. Congrats. I think it's really cool to say, like, I've written a song and I've also, like, published it on some platform or some capacity. East Bay, yes, solid day. Pretty normal, but very pleasant. How about you, East Bay Chef? Trayman is here. Hello. East Bay Chef, having a good night. I went for a walk tonight. I did some chores. I ran some, I went out and got groceries. I've got tofu scramble cooking behind me. I'm gonna be making some quinoa here momentarily. And that's about it. Shaika says, wow, I'm excited for the 24-hour live. Yeah, I figured I would start putting feelers out there for you guys. Ghee butter snaps, 24 hours. Do you pull an all-nighter? Yes, I stay up for the whole 24 hours. Yep. Sardar Facial is back. Hello, Sardar. Matthew Basketball, good to see you. God Bless America is here as well. Andrew says, lots of traveling this week. Ooh. And next week with Chelsea, Arsenal done, Villa done. Now on to Wrexham at the weekend, Ryan Reynolds' team, then Paris for the Champions League. The best kind of travel, honestly. Like you're getting to travel and just go and follow soccer teams. That is awesome, Andrew. That is what I aspire to. Trayman, thank you. East Bay Chef, my day was busy and productive, then came home and made dinner, took care of things around the house. Solid. Dylan Courier, did you see the blood moon? No. My sister told me about this though, and I just was like, I don't know what night it was. I've just been busy with other stuff that I lost track of it and didn't see it. But my sister was like, yeah, it's happening. It's gonna be really cool. So maybe she saw it. I did not. Boo Boo, oh my gosh, Boo Boo. I feel like I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Boo Boo. Tube Your Way is here. Hello, Tube Your Way. Hassan is here. Yep, I'm cooking tonight. BBQ steak, salad, mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, that sounds dope. East Bay Chef. Feast. Nice. Love it, love it. All right, so, sorry guys, give me 1 second. I want my tofu to burn. Okay. I know, right? Ghee butter snaps, so incredibly cool. I dream of the day where I will have the time, like the freedom of time and movement and financial, like no financial restrictions whatsoever, to just be like, yep, I'm just gonna follow Chelsea around Europe and maybe catch some UEFA Champions League games and then just travel at your leisure. Oh, so nice. Sounds like the dream. Sardar with the hearts, thank you. All right. Another, oh, shoot. Quinoa. Dancer for Life, good to see you again. I'm gonna put what I'm cooking in the chat so I don't have to keep answering that question. Oh, I always manage to spill quinoa. Gotta love it. Try not to waste food, but at this point I'm just kind of like, I might just brush it into my garbage. Hello, Dancer for Life. Snow Bear. I don't think so. I would say most of my family members are pretty camera shy. They just would prefer not to have particularly videos of themselves just like floating around on the internet. I think some people are just not comfortable being like having videos of themselves on the internet. So I would say no. Snokamo, hello Snokamo, welcome back. Snow Bear says understandable, yeah. Of my family members, I think the only other person in my family who's comfortable being on camera and posting videos and photos is my sister, who's also on social media. But yeah, it's like, I think it's funny because like whenever I've like live streamed from my parents' house, both my mom and my dad will make a point of ducking out of the ducking out of view so that they're not caught on camera. And I'm like, hey, that's whatever makes you comfortable. Like, if you don't want to be on video, that's totally fine. Hassan voted for Narnia. Oh no. Oh gosh. Alright, so quinoa's looking rinsed. Tofu's getting done over there. All right, Christopher Ray, hello. Hassan says I'm still fine. Good, good, good. Okay, quinoa is rinsed. Ooh, I'm hungry. Okay, so quinoa is rinsed now. Let's see, Christopher, thank you. Such a lovely lady, thank you. Yaba, freedom to do what you like, go where you want. It's called retirement. Yes, and Yaba, I have no interest in having to work until I'm 65 or 70 to be free. Like, I don't want to retire. I always want to be working. But my goal, actually, like, so I'm in my 30s, as many of you know, I'm 32 years old. And it's like, you're just told if you end up going into the workforce, it's like, well, you have to work until you're 65 years old in order to be free. Like, basically, like, you don't have to work anymore and you can do whatever you want. And I'm just like, dude, that does not need to be 65. My goal is to have a net worth that is retirable. Like, I could retire on my net worth sometime in my 30s. Like, that is my goal. I want to be work optional. Let's put it that way. Work optional before I hit 40. AKA I would have the financial means to retire from the workforce if I wanted to in my 30s. So yes, Yaba, I am working toward retirement, but many decades sooner than 65. Shaika, yes, I love rice. Toxic ma'am leads. Brian, I'm doing good. Brian, YouTube will be working for you. Dustin MT. Raphael, thank you so much. Looks like you're from Brazil. I appreciate it. Toxic ma'am, you're a brave lady. I don't think I'm particularly brave, but I appreciate it. OJ Simpson, rest in peace. Let's see. Trayman, how much is that? Ghee butter snaps. Same, my target is 35. Yes! Mid-30s retire. Let's go. Oh my God, I can't wait. I love working. Like, I don't want to just sit around like a lump and not have anything to do. But I want to have complete control over my time every single day. Every single day, I get to wake up when I want to. I get to work out when I want to. I get to eat when I want to. I don't have to be anywhere if I don't want to be there. That's what retired people get to do. And mostly people have to wait until their 60s in order to live like that. And I'm like, I know people in their 20s who are fully retired because they became millionaires in their 20s and they don't have to work anymore. And I was like, okay, challenge accepted. I want to achieve retirement, how should I say this? Retirement net worth in my 30s. Kurt Good says, I think you could retire soon. Yes, that is my mentality. Retirement net worth, but I would still want to be working. I like working. It gives me purpose. It keeps me motivated. I actually don't enjoy when I just sit around and don't have work to do for extended periods of time. It's like, it gets boring. It's kind of like, well, what am I doing? Just thinking around, no purpose. I'm not helping anyone. I'm not using my abilities, using my talents in any way. So I'm not trying to get to the point of being able to retire just so I can sit around and not do anything. But the number one reason why I want to achieve financial independence, that's another term people use, financial independence, work optional, retirement net worth, all of that. The reason why I want to be able to retire or have the means to retire if I wanted to in my 30s, number one reason is so that I get to control every minute of every day for the rest of my life. I don't want to be on someone else's clock. I don't want to be on someone else's payroll. I'm a night owl through and through. I want to be able to stay up later than I can working a 9 to 5. I want to take extended vacations and not have to worry about saving up enough PTO days to go on a vacation for just a week. I want to be able to peace out of the country for like months at a time and not have to worry like, oh no, I'm going to have all this work piling up when I get home. No, I want none of that. Zach is saying, I love that about you, Brian. Do old people in America get pension like retirement money from the government? So there's Social Security. That's a type of government payment that you get when you retire. Not everyone is entitled to it though. If I'm understanding Social Security correctly, you need to have paid into Social Security for enough of your working years in order to qualify for it. So that's not a guarantee. Certain companies and certain like government jobs offer pensions. Like my dad, for example, he worked at a company that offered him a pension once he retired. So now that my dad is retired, he gets a pension from his company. There's other types of government assistance too. Dustin, when I retire, I want to not do anything for at least a solid year. Fair enough. Ghee Butter Steps, Brian, yeah, we get Social Security, not guaranteed. Game Luke, hey, thank you. Trayman, how do you plan on getting to them? M's, living way below my means. I don't eat out at restaurants. I don't get takeout. I live on bare minimum groceries, investing aggressively in the stock market and retirement accounts. I just don't, I live very frugally. I work 2 jobs. I have my 9 to 5 job and I have YouTube as a second job. So it's like working multiple jobs combined with aggressive investing in like pretty safe accounts and living way below my means and not adding frivolous expenses to my life. Dylan Courier says, that sounds interesting. Would you be willing to show us step-by-step how to build a retirement plan on here? Maybe. I mean, I love finance. Personal finance is a huge passion of mine. It's not something I would do right now just because I don't have the bandwidth to add another niche to my channel right now. It's just I'm sticking with what's been working. But eventually, as my channel grows, I would love to incorporate financial content and just, I wouldn't ever want to like disclose my exact account balances or my net worth, but it's like I would love to show like the budgeting spreadsheet that I've created for myself and I've been using for a while, my net worth tracker, different investment accounts I have, stuff like that. Yeah. Dancer for life, I'm still a kid, have a long time till retirement. Brian, back in Trinidad, my grandmother had to wait until 65. Yep. Dustin, what you mentioned after retirement, I wouldn't consider a job, more like something I do because I enjoy it. Gianna Forever, hola. Yaba says, yep, I'm retired, but must keep busy. Got to be doing something. Exactly. That for me is so critical. Like, stay busy, keep your brain engaged, continue to serve people in some capacity, continue to be useful. For me, it's just, after a while, if I'm not feeling useful, like I'm just sitting around and it's like, what am I doing? Like, I'm not contributing to society in any way. I'm not helping anyone. All I'm doing is indulging in what I want to do, watching Netflix, eating food, sleeping in. Like, it gets really like gray and boring if I don't have something to do on a regular basis. Ghee butter snaps. Investing aggressively and living below your means. Are you me? Yeah, I would say that's like the two-pronged, very aggressive approach that I've been taking to finances. Is I've always been frugal, but it's like cut back on things I don't need anyways. You know, enjoy things that I still enjoy. Like, I love coffee, I love Nespresso, I love, you know, going out occasionally with friends, but it's like live way below my means / expenses that I don't need to have. Like, I don't need to be spending money on certain things. And then with all the money that I'm saving, just plow it into long-term safe investments. Like, I'm not betting on crypto. I'm not doing any of that stuff. I only invest in things I understand, which are stocks, mutual funds, my retirement account with my company, understanding how the match works with my company, the portfolio growth every year. Things I understand, I will aggressively invest in, but things I do not understand, like I don't understand real estate to confidently invest in properties. I don't understand Bitcoin, crypto, any of that stuff, digital currency stuff. Nope. What is it, NFTs or something? Yeah, I just stay away from stuff I don't understand and focus on what I do understand, and so far it's worked well for me. JP, I know where you went last time. JP says, tell your sis to hang in there. Happy Wednesday to you, Daniel. Brian, I'm going to be a millionaire by the time I'm 40 because I am going to build a business in the next 2 years. Woohoo! Yup, ghee butter snaps, ETFs. Oh my gosh, let's see here. Yeah, let me respond to you here. Ghee butter snaps. God dang it. I personally love ETFs. My favorites are VTI and VOO. Dancer for Life. Dylan says, what did you think about the McDonald's hamburger ad from the CEO eating the big arch? It made me not want to eat McDonald's. I was just talking about the big arch today with someone. I didn't see this ad, but I think it's crazy that the big arch is, I think it's a ½ pound of beef because it's 2 quarter-pounder burgers plus all the other stuff. And the fact that the big arch is over half your calorie intake for a day. It's over 1,000 calories. No surprise, it's huge. But I haven't seen that yet. I should look it up. All right, I gotta get a move on with this quinoa. Also, my tofu is over there. Those are great too. Skylar Bear, if I keep saving my money, I might be a millionaire in the next 10 years. Let's go. Love it. Love to hear it, Skylar Bear. Okay. Drone Plays, great to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Great. A little bit more water. Brian is saying, we're making lab burgers. That's a lot of cows. Oh no. So 2 cups of water. Looks good. I'm gonna grab some salt and pepper.
Listen, 99 times out of 100, when people say, I don't know where my money goes, it's not a math problem, it's a behavior problem. They're not budgeting, and they're shocked.
Omar Maxwell, great to see you. Thank you, Drone Plays.
Boring stuff consistently. And that includes banking someplace that helps you stop guessing with your money. Like Fairways Money.
So this is pepper I'm adding in here.
But they do support people.
Love lots of pepper, actually. Watkins pure ground black pepper. Dustin says, I thought the McDonald's CEO should have eaten from an American McDonald's. Oh, at the time the Big Arch wasn't sold in the US, I don't think. I say that because Canada is more strict on food. Huh. Yeah, I have not been following the Big Arch stuff. I had brisket street tacos today, JP. That sounds so good. Skylar Bear, what state has the Milwaukee Bucks? Wisconsin. Olive oil is what I need. Extra virgin olive oil. Gonna pour some of this in there. Paul Rivera says sneeze. Nope, not yet. Lots of olive oil because I love it so much. And pour 2 cups of water in here. Set it on my stove to boil. All right. Drone Plays, I just followed you on Instagram. Thank you so much. Yeah, if I forget to mention that I have an Instagram on here, but if any of you would like to follow me on Instagram, I have an Instagram account. The name of my Instagram account, the handle is the exact same as my YouTube channel. So if you go to Instagram and you search Hannah in Health, all one word, you will find my Instagram, and it's the same profile picture as my YouTube channel. So if you want to follow me over there, you are welcome to follow me on Instagram. Dylan says, enjoy the pepper, my mom's allergic to it. Skylar Bear, how many sports teams does your state have, Hannah? Well, we have the Timberwolves for basketball. We've got the Minnesota Loons, soccer, Wild, hockey, Vikings, NFL football. Twins, did I say Twins? St. Paul Saints, which is like the second level baseball team. I'm sure there's other ones. There's, Aurora, that's the women's soccer team. So there's at least 7 sports teams here, but I mean, I'm sure there's other sports I never follow, like lacrosse or curling or tennis. I don't know. I guess that's not really a team sport. Matt Acoustic, William Lynn Hannah was enjoying National Pancake Day. Today is National Pancake Day. Paul Rivera says, I liked. Thank you guys. We're at 61 likes already. Thank you so much. Yaba says, when I was younger, $1 million was a mega bucks, but now with inflation, $1 million isn't a big deal. I wouldn't say it's not a big deal. $1 million is still a very significant amount of money. I do not require a lot of money to live, okay? I did the math. I only require $35,000 to cover my expenses for a year. So let's pull out a calculator here, because I think still, even with inflation, $1 million US is an extremely significant amount of money. So calculator, let's pull it out, calculator. So I like to calculate money in terms of years of freedom that it can give you, in terms of how many years could you survive on this amount of money. So if I magically had $1 million drop into my bank account right now, I would be able to survive for, let's do the math, guys, $1 million. Did I add enough zeros here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks like enough. $1 million. divided by 35,000 per year. So how many years could I survive on $1 million? On $1 million, I could survive for 28 and a half years. Did I do that right? Let's do the math again. 35,000, because that doesn't seem, I feel like it's not that many years. 35, I think I hit a button wrong. 1 million has, this should not be this hard. There's 1,000, add a 0, divided by 35,000 equals, no, that was correct. 1 million divided by 35,000 equals 28.5 years. Yeah. So Yaba, if I had $1 million drop into my bank account, yeah, that's crazy. If I had $1 million drop into my bank account, just wave your magic wand and boom, Hannah has $1 million in her bank account, I could cover my living expenses, my housing costs, my food, my groceries, my electricity, everything. I could live without having to work a job in 28 and a half years. So that is massive. $1 million is massive. It might not be as massive if someone has like a crazy high expensive lifestyle, like if you have tons of cars you have to pay for, if you have a lot of traveling you have to do, if you have a lot of medical bills. But for me, $1 million is life changing, because $1 million for me means that I would not have to work a job in almost 3 decades. That's crazy to think about. Like if I had $1 million right now, I would not have to work another job until I was 60 years old. Think about it that way. And tell me that's not a significant amount of money. All right, tomorrow Hannah will be co-hosting with Dave Ramsey. Skylar Berry, yes. Chazi, good to see you. Dustin, I've never been to a Vikings game. Thank you, Gianna, for reminding me of Lynx, WNBA. Kevin, yes, I did have a lovely day. Hope you did too. Same, I feel like I could retire with $1 million or at least not work for a long time. Yeah, you guys, I just did the math. If I had $1 million right now, I'm 32 years old. If I had $1 million in my bank account right now, I would be able to cover my living expenses without having to work a job for 28 years. AKA, I could be living free, like covering my living expenses, not working a job until I was 60. Crazy. That is how I think about money. How long could you be free and not have to work a job and cover your living expenses with that money amount? Dylan Courier, Drone Plays, Hannah, you should go on Beat Bobby Flay, maybe. Oh, that'd be really scary. Matt Torrance, good to see you. Pete says, can you have too much saved for retirement? I don't think so, no. Drone Plays, Hannah, you should go on, okay, Paul Rivera, you'll have earnings every year. Let's see, Gianna says, and that's only expenses, that's not including anything else. Actually, the way I've calculated it out is, that is I need 35,000 to survive on. That gives me like a little cushion for discretionary expenses. It's like housing, all my utility bills, medical, insurance, transportation, but then a little cushion of like a few more $100 extra. Union Ash, nope, I have a sister, she's also on YouTube. Dylan Courier, millions of dollars might disappear on me because I'm an emotional spender. Skylar Bear, is getting a driver's license a big deal? For some people, yeah. It's like a life milestone, I would say. Kevin says United lost to Newcastle. Ooh, sorry to hear that. I did not hear about that score. Yaba says, that's funny, I did that calculation before taking my pensions. Yep, it's smart. It's smart to know, like, what can you survive on? What do you need? What is your cost of living every month and every year? House of all the animals. Acacio Prudencio, Skylar Bear, I'm going to be 30 years old next month. Happy early birthday. Paul Rivera. Maya Moore, such a boss. Nice, Kevin. I still need to watch the recap of the game. Alright, I'm gonna start stirring this together without try to keep my computer at a distance. Thank you, Acacio Prudencio. It's a pleasure to have you here. Thanks for joining. Alright. Let's get this unstuck. Alright, and then I'm gonna season this with all my favorite seasonings. So this is a big old wok pan of tofu scramble. So let's start with pepper. Dustin MT, what you making? I should pin this in the chat. Thank you, Skylar Bear. FYI, y'all, I'm making tofu scramble.
Megan is in Charlotte, North Carolina. Hi, Megan.
Pinned comment. Where are ya? Oh no! Why did it not work? Oh, it's not showing for me on my desktop. How weird. Pin message. Hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. Kevin, I had a vegetable lo mein for dinner. I get that though. This is why I meal prep in big batches, Kevin. It's for days when I get home from work and I'm dead tired and I have no energy or motivation to stand on my feet and prep something. So hence, it's like I try to get ahead of those days by meal prepping a huge amount of food. Favorite spices. Here we go. Curry. So much curry.
How much debt have you got not counting your house?
Only about $1,600.
That's good.
All right. Tons and tons of curry. Gomez, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm tipping my pan this way because I have my computer sitting right over there and I'm trying to protect it from any splatters of tofu. Oh, that pepper is getting to me. Paul Rivera, your spoon matches your apron. Yep, that was intentional. I'm gonna use the rest of my paprika. I gotta order some more here. Love the color and the flavor. Take the lid off of this. All right, and then this is ground turmeric, another one of my favorite spices. William Lynn, Hannah Lunar Eclipse, March 3. I heard about this, was it a blood moon that happened? It sounded really cool. I did not see it. All right, I gotta go over and check my quinoa because I think it's boiling. Red Aprons of Tofu sounds like a country song.
Yeah.
The definition of an entrepreneur is find a need and fill it. It's a workaround. We gotta find a new way to do an old thing.
Acacio, thank you. Dustin, man, you're getting after it over there. Pretty impressive. I try to use my time as efficiently as I can. Just cooking, getting ahead of the long days where I don't have the time to prep food or energy. Skylar Bear, San Antonio Spurs won by 20 points. Don't follow them.
So to me, that's encouraging. So I'm gonna start thinking about what he can do as a business, and how can
All right, I can already tell this needs some more curry
that he's able to do.
and turmeric.
Start out of the garage. Obviously, it's something that's physically.
Kevin Matthews, save me a plate.
But it does have to be something that can come and go, because he needs to have some down days.
Ooh, I'm running out on my spices. Oh my god, the curry's like almost gone. Yaba says red's the color. You need to get red orange gloves out of the drawer.
Anyway, I'm going to encourage him to find a way to maybe the most money.
Take this lid off of here. Use the rest of my curry. Ooh, I am just plowing through these guys. Gotta cover my quinoa too.
Well, I do have some retirement coming out of that, and I do have like one small insurance coming out of that. So there's a little bit coming out.
William Lynn, I like how you make people welcome. Thank you. I mean, I try my best. I want people to feel welcome on here. UK Yar, hello. Oh my, not the curry. Yeah, I gotta order some more curry. That went fast. Granted, I make these massive batches of tofu so that they last me for days. And each of these batches requires quite a bit of seasoning. Reaper, thank you. Ah! I think I got the screenshot. Thank you. Reaper. Let's add you. Gotcha. Okay. Casio uses lots of spices. Kevin likes spicy food and spicy ladies. Paul Rivera, best channel on YouTube. Thanks, guys. I appreciate your support. Ooh. Stirring this is definitely an arm workout. And you know what? I haven't done my push-ups yet today. I need to still do them. I'm at 23, and some of you know, but some of you probably don't. My push-up goal for 2026 is to be able to do 50 push-ups in one sitting. And currently I can do 23, so I'm almost halfway there, which I think it tracks well with this year. We're only into March. If it was like October, I'd be a little concerned, but it's still early in the year, so I think I can hit it. All right, so I'm being really careful to toss this tofu but not make a mess because my computer is nearby. But this is what it's looking like. Yabas has been auto-corrected again. Red oven glove. Oh, yeah, I was like, red orange? What does that mean? Is it the burned oven mitt? Your favorite Yaba? All right, I'm gonna set this back on the stove because I can tell it needs to cook just a little bit more, but I'm happy with this, guys. So colorful. Oh, I'm ready to eat. Oh my gosh. All right. Ooh, you know what? I need to close the poll. Look at that. I just remembered that there's a poll open and I've been live for 59 minutes and 56 seconds. So it's just about to strike 1 hour on this live. which is great timing. 23, heck yeah, 50 in no time, says Reaper. Yes, that's the hope. Thank you, Ocasio Prudencio. Reaper says, bless y'all. Yep, Cosborn. Blame the pepper. Every time I'm sprinkling the pepper, I start to get a little like, ooh. Skylar Bear says, peace, Hannah. Rated Frog is here. Hello, Rated Frog. How was your day? You're guessing Colorado. Looks like, what's in the lead? Ooh, it's tied. Maryland and Colorado right now. Ooh, vote in the poll, guys. I'm going to close it in like, I don't know, 10, 15 seconds. Vote in this poll. It should either be here on your screen or down somewhere in the chat. Tomcat, hello. Good to see you, Tomcat. Dustin says it looks delicious. Thank you. Dylan is hoping it's Colorado. Reaper says I buy whole peppercorns because of FDA regulations. Dustin says I picked the right one. All right, so let's close this poll. I like how split you guys were. Ha 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 ha. Okay, Adida Batty. Oh, Addie. Hello, Addie. All right, guys, poll question number 1. The question was, guess the last U.S. state I visited. Colorado just came in first above Maryland. It's not Colorado, but that's a state I've recently visited. But Colorado is not the right answer. Maryland came in second. That is correct. Some of you recall I was in Maryland last year for my childhood best friend's wedding. She got married in Annapolis. So I flew out there and attended her wedding last summer. It was, well, maybe technically spring. It was the first weekend in May last year. So that is the last state I have traveled to last year. Dustin, Narnia. Yeah, well, at least Narnia came in last. That's a good sign. Most people saw it and were like, no. Reaper says, Hannah, what was your favorite supervillain? Oh, it was Jafar from Aladdin. Thanks for following up on that. Dylan Courier guessed Colorado. Yep, a lot of you I saw were guessing Colorado. Antonio Salazar, hello. Hope you're doing well. I'm trying to think what's another trivia question I could ask you guys. Maybe food related, spring related. Let's see, holiday related, finance related. You guys feel free to suggest a trivia question if there's something you want to know about me. I could craft a trivia question about it. Dustin guessed Syndrome from The Incredibles. Fair enough. My favorite spring flower, I feel like I did that one recently, didn't I? I think I did. Favorite movie, a lot of people know that already, Gianna. Maybe I could do another, like, guess my favorite, pick an actor, like guess my favorite film that they're in, like Stanley Tucci or Anne Hathaway or Emily Blunt or Brad Pitt, like maybe one of those. Ethan Hawke, he's another one I like. Half Track Drifter, good to see you. Reaper was thinking Syndrome from The Incredibles was the answer. Favorite vegetable? Ooh, boy, what is my favorite vegetable? There's so many good ones. Favorite athlete of all time? I think that one would be an easy one for people. Dang, I missed the answer. Was it Maryland? Yes, it was Maryland, Ernest. Yaba says wedding memories, but then you could have left the state on a work-related visit. Favorite scary movie? That gave me an idea, scary movie-wise. Let me kind of think about this. Favorite vegetable is fries? No. All right. Oh, what is this? I want to do a horror movie related trivia question. So I'm crafting it in my head right now. Give me a second. All right. Favorite time period? Ooh, that's a good one. Favorite CD of all time. That was I think I'll save that for Friday. That's a good one. I'm gonna do that one. Favorite childhood CD.
Uh-huh.
Oh, Siri, go away.
Okay.
So annoying. Good to know Siri's listening to me. I love Wineberries. Fries totally counts. All right, so I'm gonna add a scary movie one. Guess which scary movie is next on my watch list. Okay, guys, bear with me here. Oh. All right, guys. So we're gonna do scary movie next, like a scary movie themed trivia question. So here you go. Guess which scary movie is next on my watch list? Publish. Here we go. So I'm gonna move it over here to the side. Put you guys back in the phone stand. Reaper, thank you so much for setting the happy poop. And here's the trivia question for some of you guys. Check the chat because for some of you, the trivia question will probably be down in the chat instead of floating up here by my head. But the question is, guess which scary movie is next on my watch list? Winnie the Pooh, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, Scream 7, or Killers? Vote, vote, vote. I miswrote this. Hold on, I'm so sorry. Stupid. Sorry. I meant to write sinners, not killers. Jeez. Trying to go too quickly. Ignore what you just saw. I need to revamp this. Guess which scary movie is next on my watch list? Is it... Let's do this again. Winnie the Pooh. It's not Winnie the Pooh. Is it, what was the order I put? 28 Years Later was the next one. The Bone Temple. Scream 7. Or I don't know why in my head it's been Killers instead of Sinners. Scream, yeah, okay. Here we go. Redo. I cannot stand when I just do the trivia question too fast. All right, I'm trying to move this a little bit. There you guys go. Vote again, please. Boop, boop, boop. Guess which scary movie is next on my watch list? Winnie the Pooh. It's not Winnie the Pooh. Don't pick that. 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, Scream 7, or Sinners, not Killers. I don't know why those two words are just flip-flopping in my brain. Okay. Let's see what people are saying. Track and Fool, good to see you. Your boy Mud, they made a horror Winnie the Pooh movie. Oh, it wasn't Winnie the Pooh though, right? Oh, dang it. Then my silly answer was a real one. Oh well, don't pick the first option. Dang it, I totally didn't even mean to do that. I didn't realize Winnie the Pooh was an actual horror movie. That's disappointing. Because then a lot of people are gonna pick the first option, which it's not. Middle Class Journey, Reaper. You really put Pooh on there? Apparently, now I'm learning. Apparently there's a Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey movie. Dang it. Let's see. Phil Dread, Tomcat, Almost March Madness, Paul Phillips, hello. All right, let me check on my tofu here, guys. Don't want to forget about it. Or my quinoa. Ooh. A little spicy. Lots of steam. Skylar Bear, Dustin says yes. Fulton Mraz is here. Very exciting. Good luck with the bowling. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Oh no. I'm so mad. You know what? I just didn't realize. I thought that Winnie the Pooh would be a total joke. But I guess, well, joke's on me. Because I didn't realize that they actually made it into a horror film. Can't win. Alright, so I am going to have a little bit of this tofu because I'm so hungry. So hungry. Weapons Kevin, I loved Weapons. Weapons was absolutely edge of my seat. I was guessing the entire time. I love the way that they laid out that movie where they give you snippets of the same story from a different character's perspective, and every following snippet that you watch in the movie, you're like, wait, what? Crazy. I loved that movie so much, Kevin. That is one of the best horror movies I've ever seen. That's, I would say, like top 3 to 5 horror movies for me. I need to sit down and actually make a list of my favorite, like my top 10 horror movies. I should do a video on this. Another niche I mean to get to, you guys. This is so tough. There are so many YouTube like niches that I want to crack into. Personal finance, horror genre, doing videos in German because I speak German, but I need more time to like speak properly and plan and script and everything. More like outdoor adventuring around Minnesota. It's so painful because I'm so restricted on the amount of time that I can currently dedicate to YouTube. And I'll have all these ideas where it's like, oh my God, I want to do that. And then in my head, I'm like, realistically, with my current schedule, my current responsibilities, other priorities I've got going on in my life, it's like, eventually I could do that. Gardening, I want to eventually have a garden and feature it on my channel. I want to have like vast acreage out in rural Minnesota and just like have horses and do fun stuff out in the country. But again, I say my time is so restricted in terms of how many hours I can dedicate to YouTube versus what I have to dedicate to other tasks and responsibilities. Superman Love, I haven't seen you in what feels like forever. How are you? OMG. I'm so sorry. I was yapping for so long there, and now I need to catch up on here. Fulton Mraz, Zootopia 2, cute. Tomcat, will you turn into the Masters? I probably won't, but I was saying this on a different live stream, Tomcat. I actually want to become proficient at golf. That's like something I never grew up doing real golf, only mini golf. And I would love to actually become competent enough where I could go to a golf course, either here locally or somewhere out of state or even internationally, and know what I was doing and not look like a complete fool and like putt or whatever you call it, like do the entire course and then go home. Just like another leisure activity. Yeah. So I don't know if I'll watch the Masters, but it's a world that I'm fascinated by, and as I've grown older, I'm like, yeah, I wouldn't mind becoming more competent in this. All right, I got a screenshot. Superman Love. Thank you for gifting a Hand in Health membership, which went to Bryson Whaley. Awesome. Love to see it. Michael Grimes. Reaper says, I found a vintage Winnie the Pooh blanket at a video game store. Dustin says, that line of horror movies are great. Yeah Boy says, it was just on you, not us. Okay. Josh Yanez, one day left of your membership. No. Kevin says horror stuff would be great. I'm a total movie nerd. Same. I grew up reading Entertainment Weekly religiously. I would like read those issues on a weekly basis. It's now a digital magazine. They did away with the paper copy, but I just was so interested in the entertainment world. So yeah, I feel like movie content would be really fun too. Oh, there's so many things I want to do, but I have to tell myself, there's a phrase that I heard someone say and I love it. He said, you can have it all, but not all at once. And I was like, oh, that's so good. Because there are times where I'm like, I just want to do all these things. But realistically, there's just no way I could do them all in my current season of life with my current schedule. It's not possible. Radifrax says, I will help you with the horrors. I'm the king of horrors. Dylan, my favorite recent horror film is The Menu with Anya Taylor-Joy and Ray Fiennes. I loved The Menu, yes. Josh Yanez, yep, use those member emojis while you've still got them. Superman Love, I gotta add you to my shout out list. Thank you so much for gifting a membership, which went to, I wanna catch that as well, went to Bryson Whaley. Love it. Dustin, Winnie the Pooh, Bambi, Steamboat Willie, Grinch, Pinocchio. That's funny. They're really making the most of them while the copyright is still in place. Reaper was saying, hold on, my chat just disappeared. Reaper said, it would be cool for viewers to learn German just to watch your German content. And it would be good practice for me because it's like, I don't get any opportunity to practice my German hardly ever here in the United States. So I would love to make like consistent content that's in German as practice for myself so I don't like lose it. I still have it, but it's just being out of practice sucks. Would you like to go to the Sturgis? 100% Tomcat. Sturgis is on my bucket list. Yep. And it's not too far away from me either. Reaper with the Dono Wow. Dustin says love golf. Harley Scott said hi. Tomcat, would you like an opportunity to take a ride in an F-15 fighter jet? 100%. Yes. Yes, I would love to ride in a fighter jet. Or fly, I should say. Paul Phillips. I do not drink alcohol. Nope. I'm off of alcohol. Rated Frog, have you seen The Collector? Nope. Dustin says, I would like to learn German. It's a really fun language to learn. I studied it for years. I majored in it in college. I also lived in Germany several times. So I speak decent German, but it's just, I like to speak proper German. I don't like making grammatical errors or having to like guess at what a noun is, for example. All right. Oh, man, come on. Okay. Tomcat, I can make the jet ride happen. Kevin also does not drink alcohol. Yeah, that was something coming into this year. I was just like, yeah, it's a chemical poison to human body cells. I can't, it's really hard to justify spending the money on something that is chemically poisonous to your body when you could, and especially given that like I'm very health focused, I'm just like, I don't crave it. I don't need it. It's not necessary. Quite the opposite. It's like harmful to human body cells. And you're spending your hard-earned money on something that is chemically poisonous. Like, it's just so dumb. Occasionally, fine. Like I will have champagne or toast, toast people. Like special occasions, fine. But it's like at this point, I just say I don't drink alcohol anymore. I know Latin, but I understand Spanish. Can't talk too much. That's about it. It says Reaper. UK Cargo, Ottawa. Das Essen riecht gut. Dankeschön, Kevin. All right, time to eat something because I'm hungry. Chris the Sultan. All right. Ooh. It's kind of a little toasty on the bottom, but whatever. Let's give it a taste test and see how it's doing. Quinoa should also be done shortly. I think I under-seasoned this a little bit, so I'm gonna add some salt. Whew. Okay, so here you guys go. Tofu scramble seasoned with curry and paprika and turmeric as well as salt and pepper. I think it's gonna be really hot, but I'm gonna try and cool it off. All right, Tazi is saying, Cardinals let go of Kyler Murray. Any idea where he might be going? Was ist das? Das ist Tofu mit Curry und Paprika. You guys, German is so, a lot of words are similar. I was about to say, pepper is Pfeffer with an F. Pfeffer. Salt is Salz. Just another similar word. Oil is Öl. Das Öl. I think it's das. Water, auf Deutsch, in German, Wasser. Some things aren't similar. Salt. Plate is not similar. Yeah, those are some quick examples. Minnesota or Atlanta. Oh, he might come here then. Okay. Looks yummy. Sodium content. I don't measure my sodium, but I do salt my food because salt is essential. It's an electrolyte, and it's important to eat. So yeah, I don't know the sodium content, but it does contain, this does contain sodium. Oh my god, you guys. We have a German speaker in our midst. Guten Morgen, Alexander Craig. Guten Morgen, wie geht's dir? Es geht mir gut. Ich habe gerade Tofu gemacht mit Curry und Paprika, Salz, Pfeffer und ich weiß nicht, wie das heißt auf Deutsch. Turmeric. Wie sagt man Turmeric auf Deutsch, Alexander? Gomez says I'm hooked on Catalina Crunch. Yes! Just wish their containers were bigger. Same. Yes, I love Catalina Crunch so much. Was macht dein Laufen? Das Laufen geht gut. Ich laufe einen Halbmarathon im Juni. Sieht lecker aus. Borussia Dortmund is one of my favorite soccer teams. Erling Haaland's old stomping grounds, right? Isn't that where he came from? Reaper says you speak in a way that I can understand. Excellent. Wo ist der Marathon? Der Marathon ist hier. Nicht in Minneapolis, aber in Duluth. Das ist ein paar Stunden nach, how'd you say? Nach Norden? In der Nähe von Kanada? Saiku, I'm doing good. Chris the Sultan, thank you. Kevin says the Jets are also interested in Kyler. Alexander, wie geht's mit den Hunden? Sind sie alle gesund? Ooh, no way. Holland, Pulisic, Jude Bellingham, Lewandowski, all at Dortmund? Holy smokes. That's like a training center, basically. Wow. We see you have dinner all the time. What's breakfast like for you? Breakfast is Catalina Crunch. Sometimes I will have tofu scramble because I like to start my day with protein. Coffee. And maybe like pepitas. The only reason why I study languages and can understand some is because my grandpa was able to speak over 30 languages. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Psycho, I'm doing well. Larry Middleton, good to see you. You know what I'm realizing, guys? I meant to eat a little salad before this, but I was just so hungry I started in on the tofu. All right, caught up here, guys. Curry, need to buy more curry. And then, ouch. Okay, salad time. Let's do that. Just a little salad. I'm gonna use the last of this container. Reaper says he was a combat medic and wanted to understand those he helped. Makes sense that he would be picking up languages if he was helping, if he was, you know, a medical professional also in combat. I feel like that type of job would really, you would be exposed to so many people who speak different languages. Also Craig, ja, wieder gesund. Unser Rüde war sehr krank, hat mit dem Blut was und konnte sein großes Geschäft nicht machen. Hat die Niere größer geworden, ist durch die Entzündung. Oh meine Güte, du hast so viele Wörter geschrieben, dass ich nicht mehr kenne. Oh my gosh, I'm dusting off some brain cells, y'all. Okay, aber jetzt ist er wieder fit, zum Glück. Excellent. Sehr gut. Have a wonderful night, everyone. Have an early day of work tomorrow. Sounds good. Yep, I totally understand. Thanks for being here, Kevin. Healthy again. I was very sick. He had a blood problem. Oh, kidney. That's what it was. Yep, kidney problems. Niere, Krise. Oof. Das hört sich sehr stressig, Alexander. OMG, my German is coming back. Yeah, let's go. All right, trying to just pick out the last of the little lettuce leaves from this container. I'm gonna call it good. Hey, dass du nicht verlernst das Deutsch. Ja. Genau. Das macht Sinn, Alexander. Aber jetzt ist er wieder fit. Gut, dass ich da bin. Ja, ich stimme dir zu. Wir hatten sehr Angst, er hätte dran sterben können. Ach so. Wow. Gott sei Dank, dass er wieder gesund ist. I have 1 day left on my membership. No! If your memberships are expiring, y'all, consider becoming a member where you go in and subscribe to my channel, or you know, you purchase like a recurring membership. Oh, yes. Oh, thank you. I just missed it, Samantha, but let me get you on my dono list. Thank you for sending the floating hearts. Samantha, I remember you, Samantha. I think I remember you, Samantha. Maybe I'm thinking of a different Samantha. Sorry if it's not the same. So. Abraham Gaska, hello. All right, I'm just gonna cut up this last bit of zucchini I've got here. I just like to keep it quick and like chop on the lid of the container, just so I don't have to get out a cutting board. Ray, OMG, Ray, how are you doing? I was wondering how your current like semester is going. Is that what you? Because I think you're in high school still. Do you call? What do you call like? Do you use the word semester in high school? I feel like I didn't. But how are you, Ray? How is band? How's your brother? How are you feeling health-wise, Ray? Because I remember you said that last month on your birthday, that was your milestone for operating like normally in your life. So how have you felt now that it's basically a month since your birthday and your date that they told you you could be moving about as you wish? So, for those of you who don't know, I love adding fresh zucchini onto my salads because they're so tasty. Just a wonderful veggie. I would love to grow zucchini one day, but I don't currently have the time in my schedule to do that. That looks like a delicious salad. Thank you. I'm keeping it really, really simple tonight. You know, you can make salads more or less like deluxe, I would say, but this is just simple lettuce leaves and zucchini, chopped zucchini. Ray is saying, it's been great. Today was busy, but I'm pretty much back to normal. We do use semesters, but maybe it's just where I am. Yeah, I remember, like, I would always use the term semester when I was in college and in grad school, but in high school, I don't know if, I think maybe we would say, like, term. I can't remember, though. All right, homemade vinaigrette. Boop. Made with olive oil and apple cider vinegar. Super simple. I put some salt and pepper into it too. Just love it. So I love to start my meals with a simple salad or a more complex salad, but it's just, I like to start with veggies first. Ooh. Ray. Very impressive. Zinnias. I think it's so cool that your school offers greenhouse as a class. I wish, like, I would have taken greenhouse in high school if they had offered it.
stock. So let me just give you an idea. If you had $100,000 invested and the dividend stock paid out 10%, that'd be $10,000, and that would be a huge, usually it's like 3%, massive payout. So for them to get enough to buy 2 paid for houses, they have to have millions of dollars in dividend stocks. Which in that regard,
You guys are so quiet.
from dividend stocks, it happened from investing in the money somewhere else. So dividend stock is a dumbed down way to invest. It's not a magic way to invest. It's not a magic trick. It's just math.
Let's see. I'm taking floriculture next year. It's making bouquets, corsages, wreaths, wedding arrangements, boutonnieres, whatever else with flowers, and I'm more excited for that. Sounds so fun, Ray. And really good skills, really good knowledge to have. I think just having plant knowledge in general is good.
What is it in this stock? We just explained that coworker has 2 houses that are completely paid off by using dividend stocks to increase your income by several $1,000s per month. Okay, that did not happen.
And then she said, and then reinvesting that income.
Yeah, well, that's the income off of the houses.
Okay.
Now, the houses paid all by using dividend stocks. So my point is, if you did that, you either cash in the stock or you have millions and millions of dollars to buy a $100,000 house or $200,000.
Hody Hammer says apple salad. This is not an apple salad.
Something is wrong.
Save Nation. Guessed scary movie. Or, I don't know what you meant by that. I'm OSHA certified for welding, but that's not really my thing. Hey, Ray, at least you've got it. Like,
It just makes you feel good to get that.
it's just another thing you could do to earn money. I think the more skills you have stacked in your arsenal that you could use if you needed to rely on that skill, like that's a great position to be in. Yeah, but my kitchen garden provides most of my veg and fruit, always something to eat. Can't wait for the wild garlic to come through. Yum.
There's something, we got a chicken egg problem with this thing, with this story. So this is somebody who put something on TikTok and then lied to you. All right, Julie is in Omaha, Nebraska. Hi, Julie, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Better than I deserve. What's up?
So I have an interesting question. I am interested in buying a new camper. It's currently on one worth about maybe $11,000 or $12,000. But my husband works on the road out of state for a wind and solar farm company. And I'm a stay-at-home mom with our first son, who's 1 year old.
You live in a camper?
Unfortunately, he lives in a camper.
Oh, he lives in
I live in a home that we own in Nebraska.
And how long is he gone? Every day, every week?
All the time.
That's you.
What's his name?
Drone Plays says, hi Hannah, hello Drone Plays. Ray, it was my brother's 20th birthday today, so I bought him tickets to the National Heirloom Seed Festival.
What is your long-term plan? What's your long-term plan?
Sounds very unique and very special. And sounds like he'll like it.
His father and family work for the company also, and they have made a living off of that.
Yep, Wazzy socks, it's never option number 1.
Other side of the family
Correct.
business here in town. And that's another option that he could work there. But it
What
would
is his plan to continue today?
just, I guess, it's to make money for our family, to be, aspire to be a millionaire. So whatever this
He's gone 90% of the time, and you have a brand new baby. He makes $80,000 a year and lives in a camper.
So how does the new camper fix this?
starts to live in,
How does the new camper fix this? Are you just gonna live on the road with him?
live together, yes.
Oh,
And you can't do that in the current camper.
it's $11,000 a year.
No, it's a small camper that has like a bunk bed in the back that is much too small for his clothes or anything for his needs.
Okay, so if
Bad Santa is here, hello.
$50,000 job.
Wearing some Jingle Bell earrings.
Correct. Yeah, that would be true.
And Dylan Curry says it would be funny if I put the trivia question, the correct answer first. Never.
$100 a month from the VA.
Never.
And with my
Abraham says, I feel like Littlefoot when I eat my salad. I don't know Littlefoot. Uh-oh, Ray, you're saying, I'm getting ready for tornadoes on Friday. Ooh. Well, at least you've got time to get ahead of the storm and get out of its path.
Okay. Ooh, I would simplify your life, truthfully. I don't know if it's worth keeping this.
Hello, Kenzie.
On it, and you have a mortgage on your primary home that you're living in.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock, says Bad Santa. Also, we're at 99 likes, guys. We're almost to 100. Ray says you probably should have put a different movie. Then I know. I totally didn't know this, Ray. Someone mentioned it, though. A few people mentioned it earlier, and I was like, dang it. Joke's on me. I totally thought Winnie the Pooh would be a joke answer, but it's actually a horror movie that I haven't seen.
Because what you're doing in gypsy life is very strenuous.
Okay, Bad Santa sounds good. Kenzie, how have you been? Dylan says, I hate tornadoes. I'll be praying for everyone to be safe. I actually do not have time to get out of its path because I have school all day. Well, Ray, when you think about like your life and your safety versus jazz band and school, it's like you can't have jazz band and school or jazz like I know what my mom would say. She'd say, to hell with school and jazz festival. We're getting out of here if there's any risk to our lives whatsoever. So wouldn't you expect your school to cancel? Also, wouldn't the jazz festival cancel the event if there's going to be a tornado? If we leave early from it, we'll drop my grade to an F. Even if there's a tornado? That makes no sense. If there's a real threat of danger, I don't think they should punish you for leaving early. Abraham Guska, Land Before Time. Erna says it was meh. It's two guys in masks. Oh, are you talking about the Winnie the Pooh movie? They don't cancel for anything. I've been walking into school while the tornado sirens are going off and they will still count you absent if you show up late. I mean, at that point, I feel like you should be able to get like some kind of excuse, like from school. That just seems extremely unreasonable if there's a threat to life. I don't get that. Alright guys, let's take some of this quinoa. Dylan says, I'm building a survival pack and I've been binge watching survival YouTubes. Nice. I've been on those binges before. They're actually really fun.
Well, we wish we could get to every call and question here on the show. Some of them we're glad we don't get to. So if you have a money question and you want to answer for your situation, head on over to the website and use
Lots of
Ramsey
delicious quinoa that I'm adding to my plate right here.
and train
Ooh, it's still hot. I can see the steam.
to say the least we
RM
of this show that we don't
Ray says it's such a normal occurrence here that they could care less about our safety. They told my greenhouse class we couldn't go into the shelter because the construction workers building needed shelter. Boy, oh boy. I feel like if I was attending this school and they had this attitude, my parents would have pulled me from this school and put me into a different school. Because it's like, what on earth? If there's actually like a threat to people's lives, what? Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me at all. Alright, pile it on because I am hungry, guys. Whew. Ray, I've been accused of many things at school. God, so scary. Your school sounds not very reasonable, Ray. Lloyd Daly, Nick, I'm doing well. Ernest says, worse weather. I went to school and in blizzards. 40 miles per hour wind. Aurora. Hello, Aurora. Dylan says find a new school. I only have a year left. It's not worth it. That makes sense. I see that.
Okay, so I guess how long should I hang out until I just get real aggressive?
All right.
I mean, you don't need to be aggressive. I would sell enough from the S&P 500 brokerage.
One word to describe your day.
Cash out more to cover
Normal.
the emergency fund.
Routine. That's a better one. Routine.
So sad.
It was just a routine 9 to 5 workday. I almost just said it was a routine Tuesday, even though it's Wednesday.
You know, and just all that kind of thing. It's not the end of the world. They probably might have you around. But I just don't think it's probably a good thing for your personal life.
Nice Yaba.
Future to be
Skipping school story.
very long. I agree. That's why I wanted to see what you would advise. Yeah, I'll put a time on it. I'll say, 120 days, 90 days, put a date on it, and say.
Sounds about right, Ernest, if you're in that line of work.
Call it a day. I'm going to move like George said, enough over to a money market account that is 3 to 6 months of expenses, what it takes to operate if you have rent.
RM says in uni there was a possibility someone had that in the library.
So it's great income.
Yeah.
Payments in the world.
And don't increase your lifestyle.
Abraham Goska, yeah, I've been working on my push-ups, so I've been growing my arm muscles.
Is they go, well, I'll save a lot of money by doing that. And I ask, well, how much did you save this year? They go, $2,000. I go, well, yeah, that plan sucked.
Black Mass Soul. I might have a bowl of Catalina Crunch cereal for dessert.
$20,000 in there right quick during this 120 days on top of what you've got after the emergency fund. And then look for, additional nice
This is my favorite routine meal.
real estate world.
I just eat it over and over and over every week.
Your mom and dad,
Curry tofu scramble with quinoa.
but I would set up a separate life in 90 to 120 days. If
Good to see you, Wes. Hope you're doing well.
questions here, if I were in your shoes, what would we do? Ryan is in Virginia Beach. Hey, Ryan.
RM, how do I start weightlifting? I'm not the kind of person to give out that advice because I'm not a weightlifter.
Hey, so my wife and I are moving down to Florida in August, and just finished baby step 1. I got a side job.
Dylan Courier, I went to the mall a lot instead of school. Did you get any excuses? Or did you just skip school and have like truancy?
Save up a little bit of money for our move.
Why you gotta move?
Job opportunity for her, and for me, there's actually a lot of opportunity for myself down there as well.
And what's the move gonna cost?
Probably a little bit. I haven't calculated the cost of the move yet, but
My go-to meal each week is Mexican rice with tortilla and beans. Tortillas and beans. Delicious.
sure, yeah.
I love all of those things.
I mean, if you pay off debt and you don't have money for the
Mexican cuisine
you swap in.
is such a good cuisine for vegetarians and vegans. There's so many good options.
And, ballpark what it's gonna cost?
Probably gonna cost.
Ooh.
Okay. So now we have a
I might have to get an IV infusion for anemia, so I can't be vegan vegetarian anymore. That's a shame. Are you sure it's caused by your diet? Because I've been vegan for 14 years and I don't have anemia.
Not at all professional.
Okay. And so,
Not sure the plan, more food.
Dylan says no, I just skipped. But my parents,
going on in Florida, a little bit
I just skipped, but my parents because I cut my grades up.
30 minutes now.
Stephen Bones, Mexican numero uno.
That's really good. And, okay. And what does she do?
She worked in the
Thank you, Danny.
office.
I'm finally getting around to my dinner at 10 p.m. And it's very tasty.
Salary's about
Worth the wait.
35 a year, but I mean, probably 34 in terms of less compensation.
Okay. So 75 or 80 would probably do better than that in Florida. Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yaba says weightlifting work on my craft. Need the extra muscle power.
You guys are settled in.
Makes sense.
Debt, knock it out fast, because that credit card debt, the APR on that alone makes you want to throw up.
So, I want your calendar
Nice, Jay Hollywood. 7 degrees in Western Virginia today.
available anytime. I want you working
That's
all
crazy warm out there. Wow.
the time. I don't want to pull your calendar up and go, he doesn't work Thursdays. No, you work all the time. You need
Ernest says, same, I'm having tacos. Love it. Michael, hello, Hannah62 in Montana. RM says, yeah, it's genetics and diet combined, and we tried veggies rich in iron and iron pill. Didn't work for you. Dang, that would be so frustrating.
Free and had the money for the movie. I like that. Wow, would that be weird? But that's supposed to be working all
I'm sorry to hear that, RM.
time. And that's what I want to do. So that sounds cool. Sounds like an adventure. Do it, Ryan. Eric's in Indianapolis.
You guys, this is hitting the spot. I think I'm gonna have a second plate.
Sure, really help.
Oh, also, two things. I am happy to see that we reached over 100 likes, so thanks guys. Vote in the poll if you haven't. It's like floating up here for some of you, or it's down in the chat for others. Vote in the poll and see if you can get the answer right. Guess which scary movie is next on my watch list. Bungalow Truth. Haven't heard that one before.
Some sinking funds that are not an emergency fund. And so, home repairs are typically a minor sinking.
My parents didn't care that I skipped because I kept my grades up. You keep saying, yeah, autocorrect gets so many people when they're typing in comments.
Or something like that. You know, if we set aside $250 a month, we got a little money for that. That's a planning, a future, reasonable thing. You're gonna have things like that. The dishwasher goes out, washer and dryer blows up, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, but I think you should have bought more tofu, right?
I don't start that until I see the car into the future. So in other words, I look and say, okay,
So good. I'm gonna go grab a little bit more.
that way, but if today I don't really see buying a car in the next 2 years or so, I'm probably not gonna do that. But I'm gonna do my sinking funds in time to be able to pay cash for whatever I'm gonna do.
So non-negotiable, and that's 50%. Money beyond that, if you want to set up two sinking funds for things you know are coming up, absolutely do that. But you don't need 17 of them eating up all of your take-home pay.
Now, you know, saving up 30 years for a roof or something.
All right, take two. Dylan Courier, rocking with Cowboy. Great to see you. How are you? How have you been? Just eating my classic curry tofu scramble and quinoa. Rocking with Cowboy says, great. Good, good, good.
You spend hours
So good.
before making a major purchase like a home or car.
So good, you guys.
They put in the work searching for the right insurance coverage to protect you.
Yes, Yaba.
I recommend
I have an extremely high fiber diet.
whether you're looking for car, home, or any
I would say I eat mostly unprocessed foods. So whole veggies, like minimally processed vegetables, quinoa, tofu. I mean, it's processed, but I'm curious. Let's see. Tofu is kind of a mystery to me when it comes to fiber. So not a ton of fiber. There's 2 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber per serving. So there's some. There's 3 grams of dietary fiber in quinoa. There's tons of dietary fiber in Catalina Crunch. I'll show you.
those who cannot speak up for themselves. So the rights of all who are destitute.
So Catalina Crunch is amazing. It's 11 grams of protein, excellent source of fiber, 0 sugar. And on the back here, dietary fiber. So I eat at least 2 bowls of Catalina Crunch every single day. Total fiber is right here, 9 grams. And if you look over here, it says that 1 serving of Catalina Crunch is 1/3 of your daily fiber intake. So yeah, I would say very high fiber. I love fiber. Fiber is essential. Nikki. Vitamin C, copper, B12. Yep. Dylan Courier. Do you like Nature Valley? Like the granola bars? I don't eat those because they're really high in added sugars. And I avoid added sugars like the plague. Nikki with the thumbs up. Yeah, I recently learned. I'd never realized that it's helpful to pair iron intake with vitamin C because it can help absorption. I was like, no one ever taught me this, but now I know.
So average definitely just 76 no longer applies to these kinds of discussions. So yeah,
Nikki says exactly, yeah.
time horizon.
Honestly, I love learning more and more and more about like trying to really eat the best I possibly can. Learning about nutrition, when to eat, paying attention to carbs versus fats versus protein, complete protein sources. So for example, this plate has 2 complete proteins. Tofu is a complete protein and quinoa is also a complete protein. And that's something I'm like top of my priority. I mean, I take a multivitamin every day to make sure I'm covered on B12, D, folate, biotin, whatever. I don't play around with like vitamins and minerals, but I would say like right under that is like protein. Want to make sure I'm getting plenty of protein in my diet. I don't play around with protein.
I think she wants me to work because she has to teach for 4 more years to retire.
So that's the real reason.
Lloyd Daily. Typical vegan breakfast can be a bunch of different things. So my typical vegan breakfast is a little bit of tofu scramble because I like to start my day with protein, not a bunch of carbs that are just gonna give me a glucose spike and a sugar high and then crash. So I eat some tofu scramble for breakfast. I also will have 1 or 2 bowls of Catalina Crunch. I eat a huge breakfast because it's like it gets me started right away. Tofu scramble for protein, Catalina Crunch also for protein and fiber, some pepitas for like salt and fat, and I will have 1 cup of coffee with breakfast and tons of water too. I just start drinking water right away at the beginning of the day. Ablay Diallo. Their blueberry bars are addicting. I learned so much from you, Hannah. Thank you. You're welcome, Dylan. Yeah, so I follow this one fitness and I think she's a certified personal trainer, and she might also have like a license as a dietitian or a nutritionist, but she understands food really well. And something she said, she was holding up like a typical granola bar or, like Chewy bar, Nature Valley bar. And she's just like, don't fall for these bars. They're engineered to keep you wanting more. You eat one of them and you want to reach for like 5 more. They're engineered. They're made with chemicals and additives and ingredients that make you crave them, so you buy more of them. And she's just like, eat natural food. Eat food that's not processed and dyed and formed into a shape. It doesn't have to be 100% of the time. But I love that comment of hers. She's like, she held up like multiple different granola bars where it's like, great source of protein, great source of this, but then she shows the nutrition label and there's a ton of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, all this stuff, and she's like, they're designed to keep you wanting more, so you eat more of them, and you're like a returning customer. Yaba says, it makes me cringe when I go to the supermarket and see people buying pure slop, no fiber content. Yeah, the thing is though, is like some people just don't know any better. Like I wasn't taught nutrition. I wasn't taught about really like fiber, watching macros. I just learned it all myself. I love beans, but not too much, if you know what I mean, says Nikki. Yeah. I did know that if you pair beans and rice together, that makes a complete protein. But my favorite pairing is this pairing, because tofu, each of these things by themselves is a complete protein. So when you pair them together, you're getting like double complete proteins. I'm like, why not just do that?
But I haven't worked in years because I needed money. Decades. So I worked because I was
Irish Summer, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. For food. I love that you leave that message in your super chat. I want to take a screenshot, but I don't want to smile with like a mouthful of food because that's gross. All right. Hopefully the teeth are clear. Thank you so much, Irish Summer. Thanks for coming back and love to see it. Thank you so much for your support, Irish Summer. And Samantha Cobb sent a floating heart. Great to see you on the channel. Great to see you again on YouTube Live. Thank you, Samantha, again. OMG. Thank you, thank you. Irish Summer, let me add you to my dono shout out list. Ooh, and I gotta close this poll, guys. Man, time is flying. I feel like time always flies at these live streams. Ah, Samantha, I got you. I got your gift. Thank you. Thanks so much. All right, Irish Summer with the super chat. Thank you very much. Abraham Goska tastes better. Dang, look at that. Samantha Cobb with the dono tower. Billy D. Williams, hello. Ooh, UK Yar, hot milk and fiber and whey protein. Yummy. That was so good. You guys, I really do love food, and I love understanding food better and better as I get older. Like how it makes me feel, what foods are a good source of protein, what foods are a good source of fiber, what foods are a good source of vitamin C, omega-3s. Like I want to be more conscious of what I'm putting into my body. And like I recently had my annual doctor's visit where you get your checkup and they look at you head to toe. They check your eyes and your heart and your whatever. And I got my blood work done, and I was really happy to see that my vitamin levels were good, sodium level was good, potassium level was good, hemoglobin, like all that stuff. I was like, okay, this gives me peace of mind that they were able to run a bunch of tests and check for all of these different things they can measure in your blood. And they all of the test results came back in the normal green zone, which is like not too high, not too low. You know, these blood measures are exactly where they should be. I'm like, ooh, it gives me peace of mind that it's like, okay, like the diet, like my diet is nourishing and I'm not, I'm not low or I'm not deficient in certain vitamins, minerals, whatever. Yaba says it's a horror story when you actually read the full length. Yes, Yaba. It is. It's so, and that's something I'm trying to really, really get honest with myself about, because I still enjoy like a really just no nutritional value sweet treat every now and then, or something that's highly processed, ultra processed from the grocery store. It's like whatever, once in a blue moon is it, whatever. It's not going to keep me up at night. I'm not worried about it. But it's those things that I can think of, things I would eat every single day where it was just like the number of additives, the number of chemicals, the number of these like industrial byproducts that just get put into food it's just, again, it's like if you don't know, you don't know. But I love being on YouTube and consuming content about nutrition, because you hear more and more about like, dang, I should watch out for this ingredient. I should watch out for this brand. I shouldn't eat this type of food if I'm wanting to avoid certain things. So it's a little alarming, but I'm the kind of person where it's like, I would rather know than be oblivious to it and just keep on eating the same things without any concern for what consequences they could have on my health. UK Yar, omega-3 too, awesome, but the best fruits are expensive or hard to find. Matt Torrance, good to see you. The body is awesome. Goat's milk oats too, heal the body. Interesting. That's one I'm not familiar with. Samantha Cobb. I'm not able to comment at you. I wonder if Irish Summer is still here. I wanted to do the Dona Wow at Irish Summer. Thank you so much. Second plate of tofu and quinoa, guys. So good. Yummy. I am happy with that batch. Actually, I should cover it. All right, guys. Oh, I gotta close the poll. I'm so sorry. Completely forgot. Nice fish at home that cooks. All right, close this poll. Let's see what you guys said. Siasi Tote. All right, poll question number 2. The question was, guess which scary movie is next on my watch list? Scream 7 got 42% of the votes. It's not Scream 7. Sinners came in second place with 26% of the vote. It is Sinners. I am so excited to see this movie. I haven't seen a lot of things with Michael B. Jordan, but I am very excited to see this one. I've heard only good things about Sinners. So congrats to 26% of you that got the trivia question correct. It is Sinners. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up because I have work tomorrow, bright and early, meeting first thing at 9 a.m. So I first wanna thank, I think Happy Life was here at the beginning. So I wanna thank my wonderful mod, Happy Life, for being here. And then I also want to thank those of you who donated and contributed to the channel tonight. So Irish Summer sent a super chat. Thank you, Irish Summer. There were gifts from Ernest, Charles, aka YouTube Stabworthy, Roger Hess, Reaper, and Samantha Cobb. So thank you guys for giving gifts. And then there was a gifted membership from Superman Love who that ended up going to Bryce and Whaley. So there's now one more member of the channel, which is very exciting. Dylan, I've been getting all your polls wrong. Then it means they've been challenging, which I like to hear. Nemo, happy Wednesday. Oh, and you know what? I gotta remind you guys too. Reminder that my next live stream is, I knew I was forgetting something, is this Friday night at 8 p.m. Central Time, USA. So come on back, y'all, and we'll have a fun time on Friday night, 8 p.m. Central. Yaba says Sinners all the way. Yep. I think it was you who had said earlier that it was such a good movie, but it's just been stuck in my head for a really long time. That's how you know a movie is good, is like you actually see the trailer, you hear the hype, and then you don't forget about it. Like it still is living rent-free in your head. Trayman. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Thank you guys again for hanging out and chatting and voting in my polls. I'm glad I could trick a lot of you with them. I'm gonna get going now, but it's been really fun. Thanks for spending time with me in my kitchen while I cooked up some necessary meal prepped foods because I was desperate for some food. No Trayman, that's gonna be later this month. So yes, I will see you guys on Friday. 2 nights from now, Friday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, like I usually do. I'll see you later, Yaba. And yeah, thanks for the fun night, guys. Catch you on Friday.